Greetings, everyone. This is Sekou Damani Chinyelu, and this is my visual presentation, Activity 6.1. My current event is based upon an article written in the Los Angeles Times entitled Newsom in California Address Says Trump Purposely Fanned the Flames of LA Protests. It's an article written by Taryn Luna and published June 11th, 2025. I have some concerns about the article, and I plan to touch on it throughout the course of this presentation. But first, I want to address what the article says, and then we'll explore other things and other avenues involving my concerns about this article. California Governor Gavin Newsom says that what Trump is doing is illegal by calling in the National Guard in the state of California without at least checking in with Governor Newsom. He considers that illegal. Now, there's opposition on the other side of the aisle. However, a Democratic senator by the name of Fetterman, he pointed out you can't defend when people start setting things on fire or they start damaging buildings or going after members of law enforcement. That's not free speech. That is not peaceful protest. Governor Newsom says that Trump's deployment is illegal. Governor Newsom also stated Donald Trump's government isn't protecting our communities, they're traumatizing our communities. When we look at Luna's article from a Socratic method, we have to consider that she's not answering particular questions from the other side. She states Gavin Newsom's position, but she doesn't explain or try to understand Trump's position or the Trump administration's position. That's where I have a problem with the article. I think that she should be two-sided or deal with both sides and address them accurately, or at least give a different perspective besides Gavin Newsom. Now, I'm not saying that one is wrong or the other is right. That's not my argument. From a Socratic method standpoint, there was not enough answers or enough questions answered or enough questions posed to be able to give it an article or make it an article that is actually based upon the Socratic method and what's needed in the steps of figuring out who's right or wrong or what's the best possible solution in this scenario. One of the other problems that I have with the Luna article is that she is not covering the violence. She's not addressing the violence that is taking place at the protests, and recognizing that there are some that that are actually committing violence and causing havoc and attacking law enforcement. Without her addressing those issues, that makes the article one-sided. In my conclusion, I do want to point out, however, that the Trump administration could be taken from the playbook of the Eisenhower administration in the 1950s in what is known as, pardon my expression, Operation Wetback, in which they deported millions of immigrants who they considered illegal. And so that raises concern, but it also has to be pointed out on both sides. And that's where the issue that I have when we're dealing with it from a Socratic point of view. I do need to mention the Trump administration's chief of staff, Stephen Miller, who is known as an anti-immigrant zealot. His history of hatred towards immigrants goes all the way back to high school. I will be remiss if I didn't mention that as well. Thank you for your time. I'm Sekou Yelu.